this is Cuberized, and welcome to my Craftoria Let's Play. At the end of the last episode, I had started construction on my mob grinder. I'm back. Let's see. There's my the roof of my base up there, and I came down this way to build into this side of this cliff, which is a cliff. So I am going to get rid of that. That was just a little safety bridge. So I just removed the bridge, and I'm going to go ahead and close myself in here. I do have an exit built that's next to my base, so I will show you that. So let me back up here. This is the exit. It goes up to a rope, and it's near my apple tree. So I'm going to explain this, then I'll finish it off, which means you know putting in some the rest of the walls and some glass and stuff. So this is a mob fan. The fan is aimed towards the grinder here in the corner. And let me turn this, let me pick this up here, just so that we don't have too much stuff going on. And let me show this here. So, okay. So with the fan, you face the fan just like you would, so when a mob pops into this area, the fan's going to blow on the mob, and the mob is going to go this direction towards the grinder, which is what we want. To test this out, we will turn this on, and I have show area on. So if you toggle show area on, you get the blue highlight. So if I jump into this area, I should be forced against that wall. And I'm not going to be stupid enough to go in that corner and be forced into the mob grinder, although it is currently turned off. See, just that fast. Pushes the mobs. Now this one is set up to push the mobs towards the grinder. So once they hit the wall, they'll be pushed towards the grinder. So that's what this one will do. And this is set up to cover this last little piece and push it towards the grinder. The reason I made it this size is that, versus any other size, with no, well, that's going to be silly, okay. With no enhancements or upgrades in this mob fan, in fact, okay, this is as big as it gets. And let me turn this off so you can see. So it's only 1 wide, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 depth, which isn't, so this is clearly not wide enough for a decent mob, mob farm. With the max number of width upgrades, which is 3, this becomes a 7 across. So that's why it's this size. I actually made it larger, and then when I put the upgrades in, realized it was too big, and then had to rethink the design a little bit. So that's that. And then this can actually have 10. So you may not be able to make it very wide, but you can make it very long. Because this is only 4 upgrades, and you're going from 5 to, I think it's 9. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right. So it starts with 5. Each upgrade gives you +1. So with just these 4 upgrades, I'm out to 9. So you could go out, if you add 6 more, you can go out to 15. 6 more upgrades. So it's the initial 5 plus 10, which is 15. Let me, yeah, I should be able to get to that. Still should be able to get to that. Okay, so what I have here is the mob masher. You need some kind of a redstone signal. So I've made a lever. So that's it turned on, and that's it turned off. And I have put an absorption hopper here that's going to gather items and push the items into west from where it's at, which will push them into here. And what we can do is I can show you that by just tossing some items in. Actually, let me make sure my backpack is turned off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, for some reason I cast a spell. Yeah, so there's 6. So this stuff gets tossed. Anywhere it gets tossed, it'll get pulled in by this absorption hopper. It's got a pretty decent range to it, and then we're only dealing with stuff that's going to happen right here. It'll throw it into this barrel. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to put glass up to try to finish this so that I can keep an eye on what's happening here a little bit. Now, and this is the Enderman Ender inhibitor, and it's active. And what that does is it prevents Enderman from spawning, and because of where I placed it, it should prevent any Enderman from not spawn from teleporting is what I mean. Teleporting out of the area. So that will hopefully do that. And yes. So later I will actually make this a little bit more fancy, assuming I don't move locations anytime soon. But this way I can keep an eye on what's going inside. And it gets me the ability to get around to all the fans and things. So I need to get up there. And probably the best way to get up there is going to be up here. So the rope gets me to this second level. It's actually easier to come down and hop in than there. Okay, so this second level is literally just this ledge here where I'm going to be putting the spawners, and so I'm just going to use it to hop off here. Hopefully I have enough stone to do this. As I said, I did make this a little too wide. I was being, I guess, hopeful that I could go that wide with this. And I may need some more stone because I want to be able to that's the old entrance that I made right outside the base. Yeah, I think I need more stone. Do I have any more? No. So I'll go back to the base real quick and make some more. Oh, and I have been multitasking while I've been up here. I made a little bit more to process some ores and get them smelted. I made glass, which there's more glass, and yeah, I don't. There's more stone. I knew. Had more. You guys were probably yelling, "Yeah, you already have more." So, yeah. So this is happening, doing what it needs to do here. So I picked the three spawners I wanted to start with, which is a blaze for blaze rods mostly, wither skeleton for the skulls, and enderman for the ender pearls. We did pick up quite a few skeletons and zombies that have armor and weapons, so that will be useful if I have some way to, take advantage of those enchantments, which we will be making something to do that with. So I'm going to go through the entrance here. See, so here's a little rope area, and it's very fast going down. It's a little slower going up. And let me fill that in. Probably should have thought about doing what order to do this in, as far as I'm going to get myself into a corner here, literally. Okay, so that's there. I do have my mining gadget, and so let's, one by one, let's turn on Silk Touch, and let's just make a window here. I do want to take this out. Yeah, putting in dark glass will be better because I don't really want mobs spawning back here. And I'm hoping that that they're not going to, although I could be gravely mistaken. So trying to keep the torches as far away from everything as possible. Alright, so let's go back up here. Did I put the glass back in? Let me double check. I did not. That would be good to do. Yeah, if I get dark glass, this definitely won't be an issue, which I did not make. Ah! There we go. So, spawners. So this cardboard, or the cardboard boxes are going to go in between these spaces. I could put more up here, but you want to kind of offset them a little bit so that, actually I need some more of this. You do. I really need to make a love. Darn. I'm gonna have to put dirt out here to get out. I'm gonna. This dirt's gonna be where at the level that these spawners are gonna go. So I need to make sure that there is only one space above them to prevent anything from spawning on top of the mob spawners, because that's we don't ideally we don't want that to happen. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's not a great idea to have them hanging out on top of the spawners. Okay, now I am going to go down one here. Okay. So I'm going to put, I'm hoping I do not need to raise the height of these things. The fan, I mean. Okay, so I should be able to do this. And then I should be able to do that. And I did turn that off, so that's my own fault. And there's Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be right there. And I haven't turned on the fans. Yeah. Okay. So let me... I haven't turned on the grinder yet either, so not great on my part, not being ready. So there they go. They're over there. And there they go. And I just need to turn on the grinder. I'm going to turn this off. I don't want to be grabbing things. Well, and there we go. Now if that worked, there that is. Okay, so this grabbed the fluid, so let me get the other thing down. Okay, now this has an area here, which should... It's not grabbing it. Let's see if I can do this. So West is the items, so south should be the fluid. Right? No, wait. North. And then, yeah, so there it actually created an output for it. And I will take the, if I find it. Oh, you know what? It probably grabbed it. Yes, it was very efficient, and it grabbed it. So I should be able to put this here. And there we go. So if we check this, it should be I don't want to render the area anymore. Why are you not? Items is working. This is not working. Well, that's my level. I don't want to do that. Huh. I'm going to have to figure out why the experience holder isn't... the experience holder seems to be taking experience from me, so that's my level. Okay, so this is... but it isn't taking it from there. Alright. Yeah, that's not doing what I want it to do. And if I do that, that's just going to take it out. Well, this will prevent it from taking it from me. Let's just make sure this is right. So this should be going north. It should be, yeah, no, that's right. That's where it's going to extract to. Okay, that's working. Something is giving me items, so that's... I've got my skull. I've got 2 skulls. I got a bunch of ender pearls. I've got a bunch of blaze rods. So this is working. And I have blaze spellbooks, which is also nice, so I can get my stuff organized with iron spells and spellbooks. Not sure why this is not... these two things aren't talking to each other. So I will have to look into it, but it is getting um, let me do this. If I can I do no, I can't do that. Wishful thinking on my part, and this isn't going to do anything different. No. Well, I will have to figure it out. If I can't use this, I can always put it directly into a tank with a tap. But it is working, um, at least in that respect, and we're getting, there's Silk Touch. Uh, we're getting items with all kinds of enchantments on it. Which brings me to the next thing I want to do is set up something to get those enchantments off those items. If I try to combine like pickaxes, we're going to lose the enchantments, and so to be able to pull the enchantments off and put them on better items like diamond, I need a way to do that. So, and I also need a way to deal with my experience issues. So let's go with a drain. This is the other way to handle experience. Singularity tank is doable, I think. Add glass in there. Okay, so need to make a singularity tank. Got it. Then need to make, I think I've got my last 2 ender pearls here, but I now that I have the Enderman spawner going, I will have pretty much an endless supply of that, as well as blaze powder from blaze rods, so not too much of a concern anymore, which is good. And then I need a, do I have a chest? No. Alright, and iron bars. I know I have iron bars somewhere, I just don't know which box they're in, so let's... They're down here. So this works with a, I think it's called a tap. Yes. And I need obsidian, which I think I have in here. So this should work. So let me go back down. Okay. So we take this tank and place it here. There it goes. And then I can put the tap, it doesn't really matter, but let me put the tap over here. So how this works is you turn the tap on and it gives you the experience. So you're literally draining it out of the system. And then if you want to put into the system, you just stand on top of it and it drains your experience in. So this works yeah. So if you need to make the, you can make this bigger. You know, and we can also turn the tap on and have another drain if we need to. So, yep, it is working. I'm going to take very quickly turn off the areas here since we don't need to have them on anymore. So again, you can make it longer, but a definitely 7 is the let me actually, I've got this still. 7 width is the greatest width you can have, and I need to yeah, I'm getting blaze stuck up there, so I need to yeah, clear that off. I need to make that a solid wall so that they can't hang out up there. So, bad design choice on my part. There it is. There. It just means it's harder to get to without having a ledge or something right there. It's going to be a little bit more challenging to, if I want to change out those spawners for something else, because I'm going to have to dig in here. There, with the one space, that'll be fine. And there we go. All right, all done. So they are going to be doing all kinds of things. There are internal buffers for liquids and items in the actual mob grinder. So if your chest fills up and if your tank fills up, you have an opportunity to not lose items. I mean, but I wouldn't walk away and not check it. Oh, I made chicken. A chicken. I had to go find some feathers to complete the fans, and so with that, I hatched a few eggs to get a couple of chickens and then bred them to get another one. So I'm having an egg supply here in case I need to kill chickens for feathers. I can at least respawn the chickens, and I put a little bit of wheat seed in here for feed so I can feed them. So that is my very unsophisticated chicken coop. It's got a hopper in the bottom, and I have 3 chickens at the moment. Yeah, so I had to go quite a ways to find feathers, and I figured I'd pick up all the eggs and have chickens. So I have a lot of experience, which is good. I need to get better equipment, and I also need to be able to take advantage of all of those enchantments so that I'm getting on all the items that I'm getting. So a couple of things we probably need to think about is at some point traveling to the Twilight Forest to see if we can get an uncrafting table. Plus there's all the quests to do over there, so that's that. Let's see here. There's the Twilight Forest mob bosses to do. So that is actually something we can tackle. And it also gets us to the uncrafting table, hopefully. Whether we actually craft one or I get lucky enough and find one. So, and what else did it was like snowshoes. Yes, I got the snowshoes when I was out and about. And we have done some organized storage. So I will get those. And there we go. We've got stuff. All right. So, with that being said, I think I will sleep through the night, and then we will think about making a portal to the Twilight Forest, as well as working on our enchantment. So there's a thing called there's all of these from Industrial Foregoing. So you have that's a generator. But you have a sorter, an applier, an extractor, and a factory. The one I want is actually the extractor, and eventually I'm going to want an enchantment library. The other neat thing with this mining gadget is if you put it on Silk Touch, you can Silk Touch bookcases. And where you can find a lot of bookcases, one place is in the Twilight Forest, because there's a lot of buildings that will have bookcases in them. So that's an opportunity for us to run around and get some of that. So I'm going to pause for just a moment and try to get organized in my inventory, and I'll be right back. Okay, so to be able to take advantage of all these things that I'm getting that are dropping, the Enderman is pretty much dropping Ender Pearls and the occasional nebulous heart. The Blazes are doing the Blaze spellbooks and Blaze rods. So it's really the Wither skeleton that's dropping all the equipment. So I've actually, the chest downstairs is full. So I went ahead, or the barrel that I made, the diamond barrel. So I went ahead and put up some torches to try to slow down the spawners. And we're going to need to do a few things. So one of the things I'm going to need to make is this latex processing unit, which will allow, it's going to help with making rubber, plastic sheets, which I'm going to need to get into Industrial Foregoing. So this should be relatively straightforward. I do need some logs. Let me take these. And I don't know if I have any empty buckets. I definitely have full buckets. Let me put this someplace safe. And safe is kind of relative. Here. With lava. Yeah, actually I don't think I'm going to empty out the bucket. I can just make new buckets if I need to. Alright, so latex processing unit. So, furnace, I think I will take this furnace, because I don't know that I have another one, but I've got the jumbo over here and I've got the blast, so I will repurpose that. And I need 2 buckets and this machine. So there we go. And buckets. Got the 2 buckets. Furnace, oh, I think it just got sucked into my inventory. Yes, it did. Okay, I'm also going to need power. So we do have the coal generator, which is a start. I would like to make an energy cube if I could to store some energy. Not that one. Let's go to the basic one. Okay, so this is going to take this. This infused alloy is copper over redstone. So that means it's probably good to get a second metallurgic infuser, because the one I have is currently filled with carbon. There it is. So, and again, we wanted these anyway, so let me make... I don't think I have furnaces anywhere, but I may have... Nope, nope. Cobbled deep slate. There we go. We'll take that. Perfect. Get 2 of those. And okay, so easy place to put this is here. So this has the carbon in it, so let me get some redstone. Let's do 16, and let's... So enrichment chamber, so let's enrich it. And let's put this back here. No, I can't do it. Put that there. Okay, so I'm enriching, and I might as well enrich some carbon while I'm at it. And I will put more tiny charcoal in here. So I'll put that in here. So what I need to do with this is going back. So my end goal is making this enchantment extractor. Okay, it needs plastic. I also need this advanced machine frame, which needs a dissolution. So this is a laundry list of items. So the enchantment requires a dissolution chamber. The dissolution chamber needs netherite scrap, so I'm going to have to go back to the nether, which is fine. I need pink slime, and to get pink slime, I need a, not a centrifuge, although, yeah, no, I don't really want to do that. I need a mob, slaughter factory. Yeah. Because I believe the output for this is, which also needs plastic, so that's not going to be doable. No, that's not going to be doable either. Well, I'm going to have to make a latex factory first, which I already have. So let me see what there is to do with solar. So there's these mechanism generators. There's extended industrialization, which I haven't started yet. There's the power solar panels. So we are in mechanism. The infused alloy, so we go back to copper. Okay. So let's do this. Because I know I will need quite a few of those. And while that's doing that, I will do enriched carbon for the other machine. It's to have a dedicated machine for each infusion option. You need like 4 or 5. So, all right. So to make the solar panel, we need this, which we have. Oh, I need paint. Here we go. And I need glass. And I think I have glass somewhere. No, I do not. Okay. Need to make glass. So I will put that in here. I'll put that in here. Okay. So, yes, so I need 3 of these total. 1, 2, and I'm waiting on more glass. Okay, and then this. Oh, I think my thing filled that up. I hope that's not. I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't work like that. Let me put that away temporarily so that I don't inadvertently cause a problem. So let me make another one of those. Okay. Now I think I can put this in here. Yeah, it just wouldn't take it. And if I want to make this, I need 4 of those. Doable. So let's repeat the process here. I need 9 more of these. 1, 2, missing here? Okay, I've got the 9, and then need to make 3 of these. Then I make that. Perfect. Okay, so if I want the energy cube, the basic one, I need 2 of those, which I need redstone for. And I have 2 more steel, so I have to think about steel as my next thing I need to work on. I'm gonna upgrade it because I can. And can we upgrade it again? Yes and no. I need diamond. And probably another metallurgic infuser. Okay. That's so it is not night yet. No, it is not night yet. Let's see. Dirt would be handy. Of course, dirt, that'll work. Okay, that's the back wall, I think, here. Yeah, that should be okay. I need something else here. I can't remember how to set it down, so I think I have to do it this way. Yep. Okay. So it's already, even though it's raining, it's already charging. Excellent. Okay. I'm kind of in it, but there we go. We've got it. There we go. That fills in that hole. Okay, with all of that, let's see. It's right there. Let me make some kind of a power cable. I think if we do cable, yes, there is a basic universal cable. To upgrade that, I can do that. I've got that. To do that, I need that, and I haven't done that yet. Okay, so let me do the other metallurgic infuser. So I need 2 furnaces. And I need that. There we go. Okay. So do I have energy in here. Okay, put that there. And diamond. I'm not going to do much here. So these go in here. And however many this will do, I'll send that through. Oh, and let's yeah. Okay, that takes care of that. Do that. Okay, and then cables is what I was doing. And these are used in that level that needs obsidian, refined obsidian dust. Okay. And that is refined obsidian ingot, osmium compression. How do you get the dust? Okay. Okay, if I take a piece of obsidian and run it through a metallurgic infuser with diamond, okay, I can do that. So there's obsidian. This is my diamond. Run it through there. And then we need the last, we need one more metallurgic infuser. Okay, this is for the, and we just ran out of yes. So input, output, let's make output the bottom, let's put this here. Okay, so to make what I need for this, so I need this refined obsidian, and I need to take one of these reinforced alloys, the blue ones. So I have that. That's the refined obsidian. I think I can enrich that. Yes. So let's put that up there. Put this in here. And then I will have, in fact, let me put 2 more in there. Okay, this will get me the complete upgraded. All these are getting mechanism things. So now I have the best cables. And I'm out. So this is now, this tank is empty, so I don't feel bad about now removing that. And then I can bring this down and reorganize these a little bit. That is empty. So sawmill I will put here. Crusher I will put there. This still has energy. And I think is this getting energy? Yes, this has energy. Okay. So I've got the latex processing unit. What I need to do is make liquid latex. Liquid hydrogen, sodium, steam. Okay, how about just latex? There, liquid latex, which is just called latex. So we need a fluid extractor, and we put, this is where the acacia trees come into play. Because you get, well, I think, yeah, acacia and mangrove, which don't think I've found yet, because it's a wet biome you find those in. You get more millibuckets for each log processed. So I'm going to go with the acacia, and I need, yeah, the fluid extractor. So fluid extractor. Doable. Okay, now this is going to need to be powered as well. And I'm going to put that here. No. Nope. And nope. Give me that. I need to put it. It has a, just like a lot of these machines have a face that it processes off of. So I need to be pointing it the correct way. And I think if I point it this way, yeah, that's not, I have to point it the opposite way. So I'm going to have to stand here. Let me put dirt down there. And then I'm going to place, so when you place it, dang it, I did not mean to click on the mining dimension. It's a little cramped in here. So one more reason I want to take that building behind me. So you're placing it away from you. So when I set it down here, this is the opposite side. So I can, because it's up against a wall, I should be able to place that there. Yeah, it's working. So this will, it's already extracting latex. So this is coming up with liquid latex. Now I need to be able to pipe the latex into that machine. And that machine also needs water. This thing. So water goes in here. Latex will go in here. Yeah. So latex in here, water in here, and then it will output these rubber pieces that you can, I think, smelt to make plastic. So I now need a mechanism pipe of some kind. I don't know if it's called a pipe. You have to be careful because some of these things, that's cables. That's a pipe. Millibuckets. Okay, so that's what I want. And this takes steel and a bucket. And I don't have any of that, which means I need to make more steel. Okay. So steel is the steel dust, which is, okay, that's right. So I need a stack of iron, or a few pieces of iron. Ideally, a stack. And I need to run that stack through here. I need to, that goes here. Enriched obsidian. That's the ultimate, okay. Let me reconnect that. So this is getting power, that is getting power, that's technically getting power, and these are running off coal still. Although I can't change that. I'm going to take the enrichment chamber and move it to there. And then that has redstone in it. That's okay. I'm going to drain this of all of the carbon, and then I will move this as well. I'll move it just right down there so I can get access to this a little easier. Or I can just move it right up in front here, which might work. Alright, so enriching. I want to enrich some more carbon, which I know I have somewhere. Okay. run these through so I can start with this. And then I can process the rest of it through. Okay. Oh, and I need another bucket. Okay, that's the basics. That's the next level up. When you're doing this, make sure it goes into your inventory so you get credit for the next level up. Because if you sit in the crafting table and you just pick it up and move it around and don't put it in your inventory, you won't get credit for any of these. And so that is mechanism. So I should have, let's see, basic mechanical pipes, basic universal cables, yeah, I feel like there's other things I'm missing here. I got that. Didn't do that yet. Okay, so osmium in here gets me that. So where's my osmium? I'm going to need that. Osmium through redstone. Okay. And this still has more. I'll run that through. Yeah, that's, did I get the top tier level? Yes, I did. So I have, and I probably am going to need to make the wrench. At some point, I might as well make it now. And I need the steel ingot. Conveniently. Here it is. There that is. Got those. Okay. Just swimmingly through at least the main grouping. So I got the steel. Okay, did that. So the advanced control circuit is that, which I can do that I've got. And I got that already. And the elite control circuit is the advanced in 2 of those, which I should be able to do. Okay, and then this is, yeah. think I already did that as well, except I need another one. Alright, so let's take, now that I've got my wrench here, I can now squeeze under here. So this is the latex, or the fluid extractor here. This is the latex processing, so I need to do that and then make sure that this is extracting. So that should have extracted, and if we look here, there's the fluid latex. So there's now 1060, 1072, so it's piping in, so that's good. Now I need to get it water, which means I need to get a sink, which means I need to modify the sink. Okay, so sink here, multi-block. It says it does not provide infinite water, so I have a tip on how to fix that. So it will provide infinite water. And I need this. There's my bucket of water, and I need my terracotta, which I think is in here. It is. And so that, there, thankfully you get the bucket back, but you have the sink. Now, as I said, with the sink, here, if I put it down, there's no water in the sink. So what I need to do is make a little modification. And I will start the next episode and show you how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. We're over the hour. I hope you enjoyed the mob farm setup and making some more mechanisms machines. Starting the next one, we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to make your sink have water. So it's an infinite water supply, and then we can pipe out of it and into our latex processing unit to make our plastic. So be right back. I'll take care of that in the next episode. If you do have any questions or comments about this episode or anything Craftoria related, please feel free to put it below. I do read and reply to all the comments. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. It helps me with my content. Also, if you'd like to be alerted to the next episode, please subscribe, and you will be able to see when I post something new. Thank you very much for watching this, and this is Cuberized signing off. Take care. Bye.